to do this here. And the big question, I think, this morning as I packed my bags for Philadelphia, how the heck has Max Meyer broken out in 2026? So let's set the scene here. Headed into 2026, Maxey had turned 27 years old. Now, he had only just thrown 127 2/3 major league innings while accruing almost 3 years of service time. His career high in starts prior to this year was 12. His career high in innings, just under 65. And those innings, to be honest with you, weren't really encouraging. He had a career 5.29 ERA, had given up 28 home runs in just 25 starts. So let's start with number one on how the heck has Max Meyer broken out in 2026. The first big difference, the arsenal. Clayton McCullough, you care to explain?
I think Max is a different pitcher than he has been in the past. He's got more weapons now than he's had. They're better. They play off each other very well. Again, him having the ability to run his two-seam in on righties, to continue to open up the spin lane on the outer half, and he can go down below versus left with the breaking balls. His changeup is a pitch that he can use as well. So I think having pairing the couple of fastballs together with two distinct breaking balls that are both very hard and abrupt, Max is good.
So the expanded arsenal and the real breakthrough, we'll focus on two pitches here. The real breakthrough for Meyer came last year when he introduced a second slider-type breaking pitch that is called the sweeper. Meyer's sweeper has 4.6 inches more vertical drop than comparable sweepers, and Meyer's sweeper has the second most downward movement in the league. So it would make sense if those are his best pitches, throw them. Max Meyer is throwing the highest percentage of breaking balls at just under 53%. That is the most of any starting pitcher in the league. So that's the first big difference. The second big difference, Nelly's going to love this one, the fastball, particularly the fastball spin. Max Meyer last year, the four-seamer, opponents hit .315 against it. His sinker, not much better, .415 batting average. Clayton McCullough, why is it so much better this year for Max Meyer with his fastballs?
I think you've seen the four seams he's got better carry. I think some of this work he's done, Daniel, Rob deserve a lot of credit. I think for giving him on some drill work to give his fastball, more impact. The velo is, similar to what it was last year, but I think you're just seeing much more him, around 17 inches of vert, sometimes up to 20. So it's carried much better, which I think just allows you then to get maybe some foul balls or, that would be put in play in the past. And then also now when you have a two-seam that goes the other way, it just opens up, having both types of fastballs to go with the secondary stuff. So those guys and Max have, put their heads together and, made those options, much better and help, again, just make his arsenal deeper and more robust.
And it's shown in the numbers, guys. 2026, that four-seamer, opponents hitting just 188, the sinker just 200. So let's kind of break it really down here with this fastball. Meyer has changed the spin access on his four-seamer. That cutter action heater that used to run in to the slider is gone. Instead, he's replaced it by spin that comes in a couple of ticks clockwise, resulting in a fastball that rises and runs arm side. The other thing that I want to break down in segment 4 with Nelly is the arm angle. Meyer has raised his arm angle from 37 degrees to 42, and that is shifting his average release height from about 5.6 to 5.9. His improved arm slot increased that fastball-induced vertical break that we love to talk about. Clayton hit on it in both of his bites. It went from 15.4 inches to about 17, giving it better rising action at the top of the strike zone. The last one, guys, is the uncontrollable, which is the health. You have no idea. You can try to prevent it. You can work with whoever you want to work with in the offseason. You can eat better. But really, the injury stuff, you got to have a little bit of luck, and Max Meyer has gotten a little bit of luck just being able to post every fifth day. We'll break down Max Meyer a little bit more in segment 4, but we'll break here. Blake Butler, infield coach for the Miami Marlins, spent 5 seasons with the Pittsburgh Pirates. Our very own Jack McMullen sat down with Butler, who was the manager of a certain someone that's starting for the Pirates today. We're back in 2 on the Marlins Radio Network.
John Crook here. And baseball stats can tell you a lot. When your car breaks, you want a company that has all the right stats on